Big boy neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. Friend of the neighborhood, back in the neighborhood.
Woo.
Aries Spears, welcome to the neighborhood,
Oh
bro.
my God, it's been so long.
I know, man, but we are here. We are here, and it's not
Yeah.
because I want to open up for you this weekend.
Oh.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that what it is?
Yeah,
Now we know.
you know I got my comedy stuff going on right now.
Well, you always been a funny dude, man.
But you know what, Aries? It's a difference between being
pickup ball, and athletic pro ball.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm pickup ball
Right.
where I can be
A1
cool.
hot sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Right, at the
but
Rucker.
as far as getting in, because I get people all the time, Aries Spears, that say, "Man, you need to do stand up."
Right.
You should.
And you see, but my thing is this: like, I can make you laugh within a half hour,
Right.
but I can't make you laugh for a half hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to put that.
Like-
I've never
like-
heard that put like that.
And not knocking myself down.
Right,
Like
right.
people like, no, even DL was like, no, you need to do it like this. Those
Right.
are stories. You need to get your stories together. And I'm like, nah, I'd rather just interview
Well,
y'all.
let me ask you this: Have you ever really truly tried it? Like
Yeah.
seriously?
You know what? I have a routine written down,
Right.
but I mean, it's like when Bush was in office. It's all, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's all
Fake
old. You know
material.
what I'm
Well,
saying?
let me flip script. You know,
Yeah.
because I've had a lot of people tell me when I do the road, man, you should do radio.
Yeah.
And I said, well, first of all, everything in entertainment, no matter what it is its own art form.
Right.
And this is its own art form. First of all, I ain't got the discipline to get up at 4 a.m.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You
And
do
then
need
secondly, to be
At least
able-
you know that.
Right,
Right,
absolutely.
a lot of people
Yeah.
don't.
It's the same reason I couldn't be a professional
It'd
fighter.
be
I
like,
to
hey,
eat.
it's Erica in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Filling in for Aries. Yeah.
Listen, man. And then on top of that, all the technical stuff that goes on here,
Yeah.
it's there's an art to this.
Right,
And
right, right.
You got to pay homage, man.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could do this well. Like you
Right.
just said, I could do it in snippets,
Yeah.
but then I mess
But
up somewhere.
doing it, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Nah,
man.
man.
Like,
Nah.
yeah, I do one of them shows. Like, see what I don't know if I can handle the bomb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they say that every comedian, like, no, man, you got a bomb. It's feeling good, the bomb.
You do. You have to bomb to get better.
But see, when was the last time, or early on, when you bomb, it was different. Because how long you been in comedy, Aries?
30 years.
Okay, so you figure
Yeah.
30 years, you can bomb at a club. You can
Right.
bomb for a year.
Right.
Now I bomb once. I'm everywhere now.
Right.
You know what I'm
You don't
saying?
want that rumor to get spread.
Man, it'd be
Right.
like, oh, look
Yeah,
at them
yeah.
all.
Yeah, with the camera
Stick
phones
to
is
radio.
death.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Do you allow phones to your shows?
You know what? I don't like it, but I don't pull the Dave Chappelle. I know he locks your phones up.
Yeah.
And maybe if I eventually get to that point, I could do that too.
So there's another level of when you lock the phone up.
Yeah,
Like I
Dave-
wouldn't be
Dave-
getting on
Dave-
stage talking about lock your phone up. Be like,
I'm-
nobody here.
Exactly. I'm
Whose phone?
my level is show enough. Dave is the last dragon.
Right.
Yeah, he got the glow.
Yeah, he got the glow, but you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm good.
Yeah.
I can defend myself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I
Dave
can
is
put my
another-
throw down the center.
Man, listen, that's a whole nother area code, baby.
Did you watch the Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones?
I have not seen it yet. I'm
Okay.
planning it out. I saw all the other ones he did on Netflix, but I'm planning it out, man.
It's so well done, man. And the reason why I do ask that, because I know you're at the Ontario Improv Friday through Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And comedy, Aries, is
Ain't
just
it
in a
moist
different
now?
space,
It's
man.
moist, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you said
It's
that,
moist,
bro.
baby.
Remember when y'all could get on stage and we'll say, damn, I'm laughing at that
Right.
because that was a release.
Right.
Now everybody's into gotcha. Do you think about that now, Aries, when you get on
it's
stage?
funny. You said, remember when we could. I still do it.
Yeah. Oh, so
know,
you still go.
I'm
That-
Floridian with my comedy. I stand
heard
my
that.
ground. You know what I mean? I come from that Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy era, so I will never budge.
I heard
and,
that.
and probably because I'm so unapologetic and somewhat offensive is the reason why I'm at where I'm at.
Right.
So this could be
Get on the bus, drink the Kool-Aid.
Hey man, I might have to start doing some jazz hands and salt you
you know,
soon. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so, but you stayed to your own. Have you ever felt the pressure of, oh man, you did too much tonight, Aries?
It happens.
Yeah.
But that's good comedy though.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Everybody's
sometimes-
nervous now, though.
Yeah, but to me that's what makes it fun. You know what I mean? If you just sitting there telling a bunch of
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
You're not making people uncomfortable. You're not making people think.
yeah, man.
You're not doing real comedy. So I like to give you that straight uncut yayo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So
Straight
if
up
I
cut
did
yayo.
3 guys walk into a bar, black man, white man, Mexican man,
Right.
then I just ended it there. That's good enough, right?
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
you could do that too. The genius is in the execution.
Right.
Because if Chappelle could do that same premise
Right,
and
yeah.
then make it something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, anything can be done.
Hey, man, it just seems like it's just a whole different world. And even with radio, Aries, I'm like,
they
what we used to do years ago.
Oh, they won't let you do now.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we'd listen to some of our archives and be
Right.
like, oh, we were tripping.
Yeah.
You know, but we were doing it at the time when it was acceptable. But now people even go 5, 10, 15, 20 years back to grab
I
something.
was listening to on the way in, and something you hit upon, which I think resonates to what we're talking about right now. Because things were so hardcore in our day, it's the reason why you got cats like Ball saying Nas is overrated.
Yeah, yeah, man.
It's the reason why he ain't in L.A. no more.
Right, yeah.
They escorted him to the state line.
Yeah.
What a blasphemous comment.
And you got a hip-hop backbone, too, so you probably listening to that like, man.
Come on, man. Come on. These young kids today, they're killing the game, baby.
What about comedians now, man? Like how you say you've been doing it for 3 decades, right?
Yeah.
And that's really, man, getting up, going to the club, working out. And now, and not to take away from, to take away from it,
Right.
you see now, all you got to do is go onto your social media and you're an instant hit.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about that, though, is it is instant, but at the same time, it gets terminated just as quickly. Because at the end of the day, it's about substance. You know, it's one thing to be funny in 6 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute. Can you do an hour 15?
Right.
Now, that's different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So these dudes are quick shots.
Do you ever feel like people cut in line and it is too easy now?
No, because even if they cut in line, eventually time and the truth catches up.
Right.
And when time and
But
truth
by that time, you can make a bag.
Yeah,
you could, but you
also
also can make the bag cooking the bird up slow.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I hear
So
you.
it might take me
The
a little
oven
bit
and the
longer.
microwave.
Exactly. It might take me a little longer, but my gumbo recipe gonna be all right. You know what I mean?
Is there anyone right now that you feel is like so-called carrying the torch? Like,
Comedy?
yeah.
Well, I definitely think Chappelle is the guy. But unfortunately, God rest his soul, if he was still alive, I think Patrice O'Neal
Yeah, Patrice
would
was a
have
beast.
given Dave a run for his money.
Yeah.
Patrice was an animal, man.
Yeah, man.
Animal.
And,
you know,
and that dude, and for those who probably don't know the name,
which is unfortunate.
that dude, and that's the same way I felt when Robin Harris passed. It
Right.
was like there was so much
Right.
that was there that we knew,
Right.
but it was so much the world didn't see.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so for the listeners out there, if you're a hardcore comedy head, you gotta look up Patrice O'Neal, particularly on Opie and Anthony, because some of those interviews he did, man, were
Dude
insane.
was hilarious.
Ahead of his time, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that next move for you? You know how it's always comedy.
Right.
Dude, we're starting to see Coming to America too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't believe, I don't know what the budget is,
Right.
but I can't believe they didn't call you to do Coming to America 2 to just do everybody.
Well, thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I would be more surprised if they didn't call Michael Blackson and Godfrey.
yeah.
These are two real Africans who should be in this movie.
Hey, man, I always tell Michael Blacks, I was like, man, you get no African work.
And that's crazy. And this movie's about Africans.
Did you see the breakdown? They said a Michael Blackson type.
You know what, dude? Let me tell you something. That is something that we have been dealing with in Hollywood for so long. As comedians, especially when you're young and you coming up, and the guys that kind of blow up, you always read Eddie Griffin type. Cat Williams type. What they call them? What you want me to be them for?
Hey, man, let me tell you, bro. When I think about just even and the reason why I brought up Coming to America is because not only in stand-up, bro,
Right.
what goes through your head as far as talent?
Right.
Like God gave all those voices to the right person. Because I would have used every impression, impersonation that you do, I would have used it for
Well,
wrong.
I'm glad you going down that road, because this might be a cheap way to set myself up, but I just want to do it, because I remember when I used to do your show all the time, we love the impressions.
Yeah, man.
So because this Popeye's chicken craze is going on, I think I'm going to have somebody come in and speak on behalf of this ridiculousness. So Mr. Paul Mooney is going to let you know what's going on.
What's going on, Paul Mooney?
All of these brothers are going crazy for this chicken, brother. This is ridiculous. I stood in line for 40 minutes for that damn chicken. That chicken was so good, slaves came back for that chicken. I saw Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth order a 2-piece. It was crazy. I found out why that chicken was so good. They put Aretha Franklin's ashes in the bath. You can taste the soul.
And I saw that 50 Cent got caught up on the chicken craze as well.
He probably got caught up on it.
I heard that.
50 ordered 50 chicken sandwiches.
And what did he have to say about that?
Well, I only do 50. I can't do 50, so I don't want to do it injustice.
Okay, what about DMX? What did DMX say?
Yo, Doug, the chicken was good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got more than everybody.
Yeah.
I rushed up in there, brought the gun. I said, lay down, give me the chicken. I got the whole order.
I heard that. Who else did you see in there, DMX, when you was robbing the place for the chicken?
Yo, it was bananas, man. I stepped up to the counter, man. Said, I don't even want the chicken, just give me the sauce. You know what I mean? I just want to lick the aioli, man. Put the aioli on my lips. Oh, it's sexy when you get aioli on your chest, man. It's bananas. Put the pickles on your nipples.
I heard that, man. They said all kind of celebrities walked into that Popeyes, man.
Well, you know, I was there with Shaq. I said, Shaq, what do you think of the chicken? He was like, you know, I think I'm going to buy the place. I already opened up a chicken place in Las Vegas, but I'm going to definitely buy Popeyes chicken and make sure all the black people get Popeyes chicken. They go to get the chicken. You know, I'm going to start with LA, LeBron, make sure all other people get their chicken.
Anybody else in there? I'm not gonna use you, man. But is there anybody else in there?
Hove in the building right now.
I heard that. What up, Hove?
You know, what's up, big boy?
What's going on, bro?
I heard you playing B on the radio on the way in.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now.
Right.
Kanye's tripping.
Yeah.
Yo, Kanye, if you're listening, I'm gonna buy you. I'm gonna have to purchase you. Get you under control. It's your boy.
Hey, man, Aries, let me tell you, bro.
Yeah.
My cheeks hurt.
Yeah, that I don't know what that does to you if it's like, man, I'm not a jukebox, but I can sit with you all like if God gave me that, phone taps would be ridiculous.
Well, you know what's crazy is when you really want to do Paul justice, and I know we on the air, so I didn't know if you could hit a dump button or whatever, but
do it.
You know, when Paul talks, you got to add in that all them niggas are crazy niggas.
Yeah, man.
For that goddamn chicken. You could taste the soul, nigga. James Brown came back, bit that, and said, wow.
Hey, man, what does that feel like, bro? Like,
you know, I compare it to
because even your mannerisms,
you gotta get it.
everything changed.
You gotta get it. You know, it's like singing. Everybody's voice is a tone and inflection. It's a note. So, you know, Hov is you know, Shaq is real down here. Yo, dog, DMX with the growl. You know what I mean? All right, Denzel. Hey, look, Jay. All right, my nigga, you gotta take it down in there when you're talking about it. You know, so everybody's voice is you know what I mean? An inflection. You just gotta hit the notes.
Hey, bro. Yeah, it sound easy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me show you. Let me show you my. Let me see. I do my DMX.
Okay.
What's up, DMX? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. That's, let me show you my Denzel Washington. Hey, this is Denzel Washington.
I don't know if you remember the laugh we used to have over at the other station.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
I'm Britney Spears. I'm Eddie Murphy.
Hey, dude, we bring that up
Yeah.
all the time.
That was a classic,
We were
baby.
just talking about, like, I don't even know how to talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we were talking about, I
didn't even know if you would remember that.
Dude, all the time, Aries.
Right.
We were talking about impressions, and there's Eddie Griffin, and he was saying how Eddie Griffin he'd do his impressions, but all of them sound the same.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I'm Britney Spears.
I'm Michael Jackson.
Aries Spears, for you, is there a Mount Rushmore of comedy?
You know, there's the Mount Olympus, and then there's Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Because if you don't say Eddie Murphy, if you don't say Richard Pryor, you're already making a mistake.
Right.
But since there's only 4 allowed on the Mount Rushmore,
Right.
I put them on the Olympus. They higher than that.
Okay.
But if I had to pick my 4 for Rushmore, it would be Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal, Bill Burr, and that 4th spot, I would have to kind of give that to Tommy Davidson.
Really? That's dope you said that.
Tommy is a beast on that mic, man. He treats comedy, as long as he's been doing it, like it's day one.
I heard
That hunger is still
Did
there.
you ever get tired of comedy where either the politics or you know what I'm saying?
Just the schedule.
Yeah, the schedule, the road, trying to be a father,
Right.
and balancing everything.
Well, I've given up being a good dad a long time ago.
Okay, yeah. So something got to give. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want me here? Or do you want these Balenciagas?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what, man? It depends on where I'm at. If I'm in Miami, that's a paid vacation.
Yeah.
If I'm in a hot city, that's
Book
fun.
as such. Like, yeah, I
If
will
I'm
do
in
that.
Iowa, Omaha,
Right.
somewhere where your hotel is off the freeway,
Yeah.
just off the side, a La Quinta Inn. Yeah.
What do you see that we don't see? Because we're in Cali,
Right.
and we see, it's racial harmony pretty much.
Right.
It's this, it's that.
Right.
But you still go places, Aries, where you probably see some MAGA hats and
Sex appeal
is what's great about LA. Like when you travel the country, especially when you know what you're into, like, you know, middle of America women are like the bread ends on a loaf of bread. You only mess with that when you got no more options. In LA, you got a lot of options. So everything gets turned down when I'm in the Midwest. Yeah. I like Negroes that read.
You a whole lot, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and you keep your craft sharp, bro.
I try to, brother.
Yeah, you
I go
do.
hard in the paint, man.
Really? Do you always roll around? Are you always on swivel looking for, not looking,
Right.
but like, man, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep alert as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I don't like to rush it. You know, sometimes dudes be in such a rush to come out with all these specials.
Right.
That when you look at an hour show, 40 minutes is potent, but 20's all right.
Yeah, man.
When I come out, I want from hello to good night to be lethal. I want every joke to have a Mike Tyson intention behind it.
I
I'm
heard
trying
that.
to knock your head into the nosebleed section.
Do you still enjoy comedy and being on the road, or do you?
I love it when it loves me back.
Mm-hmm.
But this can be such an abusive relationship. This whole Hollywood game and all, like you just said, the politics and the nonsense and the BS and the racial part of it. It wears on you. It wears on your soul. It wears on your spirit. And sometimes you want to flat out quit.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you know, I gotta keep going.
And just then when we talk about the bloodline as well, man, your daughter is into music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
there's entertainment there.
Yes, her and her girlfriend have a group that they just started.
When they go, do you sit down? As far as like when they take off, are you gonna quit? Because I always tell
You know what?
I tell my people, my kids go, I'm done.
I say, look, the first time you'll blow up, give me the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And it might be a good starting point.
Yeah.
You know, I might either feel motivated to keep going or I might throw in the towel.
Right.
You know, but yeah, they just getting started.
Hey man, can you bring his daughter in the group in as well? And I do have to ask you this, just knowing how brutal entertainment can be.
Right.
How do you set your daughter and the group up for all this that's going on?
Well, they're gonna learn as they go because there's only so much I can tell them. Because first of all, it's music, so my knowledge of that business is
that
not
business.
as intricate as
Right.
this. But I know at the base of it all has a lot of BS
And you've been
politics
around
in
it.
Yeah, I've been around it.
Yeah.
And I know enough having been around it to know I don't want to get in it.
I heard that.
I pay for everything. I support everything. But I wouldn't wish this business on nobody.
Really though?
Yeah, man. It eats at your spirit.
If you could look in the rearview mirror, would you be a comedian?
Yes, that I
Okay,
would be.
okay.
Absolutely. I wouldn't change that for the world.
All right, now who do we have here?
This is my daughter, Jazz.
Jazz, what up,
And
Jazz?
Angel.
Jazz and Angel. What's the name of the group? Let's get them on these mics right here as well.
go ahead.
All righty, so Jazz and Angel. What did you think when your daughter came home, when Jazz came home and said she wanted to be an artist? Did you always see it?
You know what? Music is always, entertainment has always been something that's been in the Spears bloodline.
Yeah, Mom's was a
Mom's
jazz
was
singer?
jazz blues singer. She sang for the great late Lionel Hampton,
That's
jazz
dope.
legend, pioneer. And she's been doing it her whole life. So she pushed me into it like Joe Jackson minus the abuse.
Right. Yeah.
It was
Jaw
loving.
was intact.
It was loving.
Yeah.
It was loving. Yeah. So, she for a long time wanted to get involved in either acting or singing or
It was
rapping.
there.
It was there.
Yeah.
So it's a question of now nurturing it and trying to make it happen.
What kind of dad is Aries Spears?
He's amazing. Honestly, he's the best dad I could ever
That's
ask
dope.
for.
And
So
let me
supportive.
ask you
I
this.
signed the check.
Is that how you wrote it?
You like I say it now. Let me ask you this. When you were growing up, right? And all of a sudden you got a call from somebody and it was somebody famous. Did you ever get a call like that and realize it was your dad? Thinking that, hey, such and such what is here, they want to speak to you. Because I would have definitely did that to my kids. He never cranked you or pranked you on the phone?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No,
well,
but I did have
he's not as scandalous as
Snoop wish him luck and give him a shout out.
was it Snoop?
Yeah, it actually was Snoop.
Okay, but you do it the good Snoop too. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
You gonna tell me later? Just wink if it wasn't Snoop. Just
Hey
wink at
Jazz,
me.
I wish you the best, cuz do your thing. You don't need no help. You got it for shizzle nizzle.
Oh, all right,
So,
yeah, probably was your dad then. Now, and your name is
Angel.
Angel. How did y'all two meet? Get straight on that mic, Angel.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
We actually met at our job.
Mhm.
And
You gotta do this and that. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't at that level yet.
Yeah,
They still work.
Where they can
Yeah.
walk in and spit
Yeah.
on somebody and say I quit.
Yeah.
we're gonna one day.
Yeah. You damn right you are. Now, let me ask you this. Now, what's the name of the group?
Type
2.
2.
Oh, I love that.
You see how they did that
Hell yeah,
simultaneously?
you know what I'm saying?
And that wasn't even rehearsed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you do ask, girl, we got to go on and we got to say this. All right. Now, how long have y'all been friends?
We've been friends for a year.
Okay. So how did the group come together?
Well, actually, the group came together. I think our friendship really built from the music. We just met each other and we said, let's just do a demo. And it went from there. Like, we really didn't know each other that well, but we were just, like, really trusting.
Aries, what do you tell your daughter about that? You know, we talked about the business. You don't. It's not discouragement. Is it discouragement or is it encouragement?
It's a little of both.
Yeah.
Not to discourage, but
Right,
more
right,
or less to be prepared for some discouraging moments.
I heard that.
But you know, like I say a lot of times, it's a 15-round fight. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you got to lay up against the ropes and take the rib shots. But always answer the bell.
Really though. What about when it comes to either singing or performing? Have y'all started to line up any shows yet? Or y'all just doing like some of the groundwork right now?
Well, right now we're going through stage performance as far as performing and everything like that. But definitely, once we get past this part, shows. Definitely.
And then they do have a single out right now called
Yes.
"Wait a Minute."
Okay,
Yeah.
the single. Wait a minute. Let me hear a little piece of this then.
Take two.
Man, I should have really been on and gone. But y'all, it's already done. It's already done.
Take two.
Now wait a minute. We come too far to up and quit it. Been looking but can't see no competition. Now that we're winning, ain't no way that you can come and get it.
If you really wanna come and get it, type 2's on the front, pay attention. The way I walk, way I talk, the recognition. Now we all getting paid, see the vision. Push start, no key in the ignition. Work hard, no plan, no guessing. Head straight, chest out, no stressing. No time to lose, get the message. Use my mind like a weapon. Made a vibe that I stepped in. Still in the clothes that I slept in. Crowd applause, complete wrecking. Mama said I could do it. No time for show, just prove it. Appetite, cause you losing. Steady on my grind, no time, keep moving.
Wait a minute. We come too far to up and quit it. Been looking but can't see no competition. You see no competition. Now that we're winning, ain't no way that you can come and get it. Wait a minute. Ain't no competition.
Let me tell you, Aries, I'm so glad that was good. On the real. Jazz, I
It would have
wanna
been
know
hard
what
for you to lie.
Man, oh my God, because you got to think, Aries.
Yeah.
Think about how much music we hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Jazz.
Well, I'm
because
gonna
it
say
would've-
this. I'm gonna say this. When we talked about bombing, I remember one time, and there was a lesson from this: never do anything half-ass. When I first did the rap bit, where I would do LL, Snoop, DMX, and Jay-Z rapping, I didn't really put in the work. I kind of half-assed it. I kind of half-assed wrote the rhymes. It was sloppy. I performed that at Madison Square Garden in front of 10,000 people at the end of the Def Comedy Jam tour with me, Bill Bellamy, Adele Givens, Reggie McFadden, and Eddie Griffin. I got booed on stage. And that walk back from the Garden to the hotel, I was like Bill Bixby in the Hulk. Doom, 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 doom. It was lonely. Cut to, I finally put in the work the right way. And when I did it at that radio station in San Francisco, it went viral in 24 million.
Because see, when I peeped it, it was already tight.
Right.
See, I didn't see the workout.
I didn't. My work
But
ethic
even
was
right
sloppy.
now, when you went through the impressions,
Right.
all the impressions were funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I always seen you just on your craft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Aries, for
Because
coming into the
that's
neighborhood.
why I told them, man. I said, look, at the end of the day, don't half-ass it.
I
Put in the
heard
work.
that.
And
You
because
hear
you
that,
don't,
Angel?
like you just said, I don't want y'all to stink.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I could, man, can I just give out my socials and all of that?
Please do, bro.
Aries Spears over at Patreon, also Instagram, Cameo for the celebrity shout outs,
heard
and
that.
also support the podcast called Spears and Steinberg, aka The Jew and the Jerk.
That's dope.
Available through iTunes,
That's
Google, Spotify, and SpearsBerg.com. We in our second year, but we still growing, so come with us.
Okay, and what is it? Is
Spears and Steinberg, aka The Jew and the Jerk.
and on Instagram, what are you? Aries Spears?
Aries Spears, flat out Aries Spears. And again, that's iTunes, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and SpearsBerg.com.
And how do we follow the ladies as well?
You can follow us at official type 2 on Instagram and our singles available everywhere.
That's dope.
Yeah, on
Well,
all
congratulations to
platforms.
y'all,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah,
And
thank
Aries, let's
you.
continue to build
Brother,
it, man.
please.
Let's continue
please.
to build it,
no
bro.
more 10-year breaks.
Yeah. Aries Spears in the neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
And don't forget, man, Aries Spears headlining like he does all the time. That's Aries Spears over at the Ontario Improv Friday through Sunday, man, which just happens to be my birthday.
And
I'll
happy birthday, brother.
Thank you,
2
brother.
shows Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, and we're going to be adding shows.
And follow him also on Instagram. You get all the updates as well. Aries Spears, thank
My
you
man.
for coming
All
into the
love,
neighborhood,
baby.
my
All
brother.
love.
We're going to do it again and
Absolutely.
again and again and again.
Yeah.
Aries Spears in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.